Hello everyone, I am Disha from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. In this video, we are going to discuss about understanding human being as a coexistence of self and the body. The contents covered in this video are introduction, self and the body, needs of body and the self, the only needs of self, activities in the self and the body, activities that occur only in the self, and the activities that involve both body and the self. Then at the end we'll see about the summary of all these topics. Human being is not just a body, but something more and better than that. That is, human being is a coexistence of self and the body. There is a need of understanding a person as a self, which might be an observer or a person itself. So body is just a physical appearance which showcase some features, and the whereas the self is the aliveness that of a person that keeps a person happy and make him fulfill in his life. Self and the body, these are different in terms of their needs. Needs of the body are physical in nature, whereas self do not require any physical facilities like the body. Body needs food for nourishment, clothes for protection from the weather, and other facilities for the right utilization of the body and the comfortness of the body. These are categorized as a physical needs or suvidha, whereas self require respect, love, trust, and the happiness. So, the state of continuous happiness is what known as self. Needs of self and the body. The needs of the body are quantitative in nature, like food, clothes, bike, car, and etc. And all these requirements should be in a limited manner, and it depends upon the person whether it is required in a smaller quantity or a larger quantity. For example, one person may require a one plate of meal for a day, and the other may require three times more than that. And one person may require a car to travel from one place to other, and the other person may require a bicycle to travel. The unlimited quantity of food, scooter, or these bicycles is not necessary for the survivance of a person. Thus, all the physical facilities are needed in limited quantity. This can be verified by making a list of things one uses and seeing if anything in the list is such need of the body that is required in a limited quantity. It is evident that the physical facilities are essential in beginning, but the continuous usage or consumption become unbearable within a passage of time. One can imagine of having these unlimited physical facilities, but if one has too much of these physical facilities or tries to use more and more of them, it becomes a problem. For example, if one person like a specific type of bike, then a gift of 10 such bikes may trouble him in handling. Similarly, one like mangoes, that does not mean he ends up in having tons of mangoes at a time. So this gives the conclusion that the physical facilities must be used in a restricted quantities. Needs of the self. Needs of self are qualitative in nature but not quantitative. Our feelings like love, happiness, respect, affection are all qualitative in nature. It sounds ridiculous when someone says kg of happiness, liters of affection, tons of respect. So the feelings are always qualitative in nature. One might be either happy or not happy. In the same way, one might feel love and affection for someone and the other may does not. So all these are qualitative only. And hence we can conclude that this self is always qualitative and these are wanted continuously in our lives, whereas body needs are quantitative and they are required in a limited manner for our survivals. Activities in the self and the body. Till now, we have discussed about the needs of the body and the self. So, further, we'll move towards the activities that involve the self and the body. In our daily life, we perform many such activities, and these activities can be classified as activities that occur only in the self, activities that involve both the body and the self, activities that occur in the body in the consent of the self. Activities that occur only in the self. Activities like imagining, dreaming, thinking, choosing, analyzing, desiring, understanding, etc. take place in the self. And these not occur by themselves. Rather, self is an entity responsible for these activity. It is important to mention here that most of the time these activities occur in our body or in our consciousness, but we are unaware of these things. So we can pay some attention and we can notice all these things. And these activities occur in whatever might be the state of the body. They do not depend upon our body states. Example, if one person is on the hospital bed or is sick, but he never stopped thinking. Activities happening with the involvement of both self and the body. The activities such as running, walking, eating, listening involves both body and the self. The self makes the decision and gives the information to the body, which the work is implemented by the body further. For better understanding of these things, in case of listening, both the body and the self are involved. For example, Peter's father calls him and asks him to bring some medicine which has been placed in the adjacent room. Peter goes to the room and brings the medicine to give his father. Here, body and the self has to coordinate in order to bring out the work successfully. Body listens to the words and it will send that word to the self, whereas the self has to receive all this information and to get the meaning of these words and has to give direction to the body in order to perform the work. The summary of all these topics are: human being is not just a body. There is a need to understand human being not in only as a human body but in the context of self. Body is a physical appearance that showcases some features, whereas the self is the thing which keeps a person alive in his life. Needs of the body is physical in nature and categorized as suvidha, whereas self require love, affection, respect, and her state of continuous happiness is what this self. Human being is a coexistence of consciousness, self, and the material body. Consciousness entity performs activities of knowing, assuming, recognizing, and fulfillment, whereas material body performs only activities of recognizing and fulfilling. There is a need to work for physical facilities of the body. It is equally important to work for the self respect, happiness, and trust. The body need for physical facilities can be through appropriate physiochemical or man made, while the need of the self for happiness can be fulfilled through proper understanding and right feelings. Thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe.